Mic check, testing 2, 3. Testing 2, 3, mic check. Checking the mic. You're still good.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin Canifax. are joining me here this morning. Mary Svitkovich, who is the GM of our Retail Customer Center operation here, and she's also one of our 3 co-site leads. Mary, thank you for being here. And Todd James, who's with our Workplace Investing organization. Todd, thank you for joining as well. I also want to take this opportunity to thank those local community partners who are here to celebrate with us this morning. They include the City of Covington Mayor Joseph Meyer, the Economic Development Director for the City of Covington, Tom West, Chris Knockelman, who is the Kenton County Judge Executive, Lee Kroom, who is the President and CEO of the Tri-County Economic Development Corporation, Kim Lauterbach, who is the President and CEO of Ready Cincinnati, Kate Shanks, who is the Senior Vice President of Public Affairs for the Kentucky State Chamber of Commerce. Thanks to all of you for being here on this beautiful Wednesday morning. The Commonwealth of Kentucky and Fidelity forged a partnership that goes back decades. We opened this 250-acre regional center operation in 1995. Our presence in this area has continued to grow, and today the Covington Regional Center is home to over 5,000 employees across our portfolio of businesses. From investment professionals to technologists. As a 27-year Fidelity veteran, I have been able to witness much of this growth firsthand. In fact, today I am reminded of a similar morning in 2008 when Governor Beshear's father, former Governor Steve Beshear, joined us on campus to open our newest building, our 4th office building, 100 Howell Drive, just behind me. Over the past year, we've seen unprecedented levels of engagement from our customers who are navigating the financial impact of a global pandemic. To meet that demand, last year alone, we hired 7,200 new U.S. associates. Today, we are pleased to announce the hiring of nearly 600 additional jobs based at our Covington Regional Center. And mind you, that's for just the 3rd quarter. This comes in addition to the 400 jobs we added in the 2nd quarter of this year and the 700 we hired in 2020. These new roles in Covington are part of our plan to hire more than 4,000 new hires across the company in the 3rd quarter. These roles will help people with some of the most important financial decisions they'll ever make, such as buying a home, getting married, and planning for retirement. Importantly, you do not need to be a licensed financial professional to be hired. Fidelity is seeking candidates with strong customer service skills, including those working in industries like hospitality and retail. We are focused on getting new, diverse talent into the financial services industry through partnerships with companies like ClimbHire. They work to provide training and support to diverse talent looking for new career paths. Expanding our footprint in the Commonwealth and the region will allow Fidelity to tap into this talented, diverse workforce to source people who are seeking jobs where they can truly make a difference. At Fidelity, caring about the well-being of our customers is at our core, and we are looking for Kentuckians and Greater Cincinnatians who share in this passion. If you care about helping people, there is a job for you here at Fidelity. On behalf of Fidelity Investments, I want to thank Governor Beshear and everyone here today for your support of Fidelity's expansion in Kentucky. It is now my honor and privilege to turn this over to Kentucky's Honorable Governor, Andy Beshear.
Either way, we'll bump it too. There we go. Well, good morning, everyone. It is so exciting to be back in Northern Kentucky for a 2nd straight day announcing great new jobs. And today's announcement, I believe, is the single largest job announcement that we have had since the pandemic hit us last year. It should give us a shot of hope, just like these vaccines do. We're here today at Fidelity to talk about great jobs, great investment, and how Kentucky can lead in the post-COVID economy. Fidelity Investment has been a key Team Kentucky member since arriving back in 1992. Since that time, Fidelity's workforce has grown tenfold, something we'd like to see every other Kentucky company do across the Commonwealth. This is a major, major Kentucky employer, providing thousands of Kentuckians with well-paying jobs, but also careers. In 2020, Fidelity employed 4,675 professionals in this region. That includes 730 people newly hired in 2020 alone. And with today's announcement, Fidelity will have the largest workforce in Northern Kentucky at this location in its history. Fidelity is helping us beat this pandemic. It's helping us get back on track. It's telling us that our best days are ahead, and it's betting on and investing in Kentucky, and we're going to make sure that that is a good investment. These are great jobs, and it shows how Kentucky's economy is truly on fire. Today's announcement, nearly 600 new jobs coming to this location. And let me make sure I mention these are not just jobs, these are great jobs. Not good jobs, but great jobs with a variety of positions, including licensed and unlicensed roles, as well as leadership, operations, and technology positions. Company leaders like Kevin, who has been an amazing friend to Kentucky, an amazing member of Team Kentucky since long before I was governor, even when that other guy named Beshear was governor. He tells me this Covington office is the heart of Fidelity's customer service experience. That's not surprising when you consider that's the type of people we are, how we do hospitality better than just about anybody else. But I think what Kevin was talking about earlier is how important each and every one of these outreaches are. It's about people's retirement. It's about their security. It's about their families. When people call here, they need the best of the best, providing the best information they can, and we're proud that we're not only going to help create jobs here in Northern Kentucky, but we're going to help families all over the United States ensure their security moving forward. Most of these new jobs do not require previous financial services experience. And what does this mean to Kentucky? It can help be a game changer. To take people who are looking to move into this field, to give them the training, to give them the tools to continue their experience and to ultimately shape a career where the sky is the limit. This is all a part of the DNA at Fidelity Investments, and I am happy to say we share the same values here in Northern Kentucky and in the Commonwealth of Kentucky of empowering our people to better their lives through education and through training. With today's announcement, Fidelity Investment adds to the economic progress that we've been seeing building all over Kentucky, especially right here in Northern Kentucky. We are beginning to reap the rewards of our robust virus response and careful economic stewardship. Since January, just January, companies have announced more than 60 projects totaling $2.2 billion, and with today's announcement, we've announced over 5,000 new Kentucky jobs in just the first 7 months. And others are starting to take notice. Kentucky is being mentioned at the top. It started with Fitch's Ratings, one of the nation's big three credit rating agents, saying that Kentucky is recovering faster than most. And then came Moody's Analytics, and I didn't know Moody's used these words. They said we're recovering with gusto. I'm going to use that word a lot. I like it. About a week and a half ago, we announced that this Commonwealth had the best fiscal year in our history, with the single largest surplus that we've ever had, the largest rainy day account, which has now grown to $2 billion from a previous high of just $300 million, and virtually every single metric that we judge by having the highest in the last 26 or so years. I want to highlight the reason that I think we're here. One of the reasons that Fidelity is able to make this investment and the reason we're seeing these jobs. And that's how we have come together to fight this virus. Judge, I appreciate working with you and how you have stepped up and said yes on so many occasions to working with me and the work that you have done to protect your people. I want to thank two folks that I came with. That's Rocky Atkins, my senior advisor, and Representative Rachel Roberts. Thank you for your work. As I noted on Monday, we have come out of the crisis period, but we are not yet done with this pandemic. We are dealing with the Delta variant that is contagious and for those unvaccinated is serious and can be deadly. But the answer is pretty easy. An easy answer is something we didn't have until December and wasn't available to most until February. Get vaccinated. While we are seeing this Delta variant spread, we had over 1,000 cases yesterday. Something I hope that we would never again see in Kentucky. We are seeing unvaccinated individuals do not get seriously ill, while the unvaccinated individuals certainly do. So everybody, 12 and older, go out and get your vaccine. And if you do, you can be our next millionaire here in Kentucky. At the end of this week, we have another drawing where we will announce a new millionaire and then one at the end of next month. And as today we're talking about training, we're talking about our future. 5 Kentuckians this month and 5 Kentuckians next month under 18 will get a free higher education. So these vaccines, with strong leadership like we've seen from your judge, with partnerships like we've seen from the chamber, with partners in the General Assembly and with business leaders like Kevin and everything Fidelity is doing, says we can defeat this virus once and for all, and we can continue this positive economic growth. Folks, I am more encouraged about what our future can hold than I have ever been in my lifetime, and that's coming out of a pandemic. They said that we were going to rebound in about 5 years, and we're doing it in just several months. Yes, that does create some challenges, but those are challenges we would have prayed for 12 months ago. So our commitment, whether it's workforce or whether it's other issues, is we're going to get together and we're going to get it done. Because in a state like Kentucky, where they predicted we'd be one of the worst in dealing with this pandemic, we've been one of the best. It shows we can work together. It shows that we can even overcome what some would have said were insurmountable challenges. And I tell you what, from what we are seeing, from what we have already seen this year, I'm proud to say that Kentucky will never be a flyover state ever again. We are poised to be a leader in the post-COVID economy. You just look back to 2020. We were #1 in economic development in our region in the midst of a pandemic. We were #1 for every state under 5 million people. We might be small, but we are mighty. And that is just the beginning, because everything we did last year, we have already surpassed in just half of this year. And folks, the good news is going to keep coming. But I'd like to make sure that we remember as we move forward that just like periods of difficulty, periods of prosperity come with a real responsibility to business leaders and to those in government. If we are truly going to move from a time of tragedy to possibly one of the greatest times of prosperity our state has ever seen, one that can transform us and raise our ceiling higher than we ever thought possible, we have to make sure everybody has opportunity. That's in every part of our state, including parts that sometimes feel forgotten. It also includes every part of each of our cities. That's why this announcement today, the fact that anybody with the right skills can get one of these jobs and can grow into something maybe they didn't think was possible, is so special. Now, one of my favorite verses from the Bible says, "Therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing." That's what we're doing here today. We are creating opportunities not just for our state, but for our people. And oftentimes in these jobs announcements, that gets a little lost. When we talk about nearly 600 new jobs, we're talking about security for nearly 600 Kentucky families. We're talking about more opportunity for nearly 600 Kentuckians. And jobs like this, we're seeing the opportunity for transformational change. I got to tell you, this is a huge day for Kentucky. And given that COVID hit 3 months after I became governor, this is a really special day for me. I know when we look 10, 20 years down the line, This is going to be a pivotal moment, not just for Northern Kentucky, but for all of Kentucky. So thank you. God bless our Commonwealth. Things are only going to get better from here. And when you create 600 new jobs, you do get a gift. I'm just telling everybody else out there that might want to create 600 new jobs, you do get a gift. And Kevin, the next time you announce 600 new jobs, we'll bring another gift. But on behalf of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, let me present you just a little token. It's not nearly what you all deserve for the great work that you do.
Thank you, Governor. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Very much. You don't happen to have 51,000 more of these, do you?
We can find it.
So at this time, the Governor and I would be happy to answer any questions the media may have at this time, or offline if you prefer that.
Just talk a little bit more about the careers that are available.
Sure. Financial services professionals, as I mentioned, also customer service representation roles, customer and client-facing roles. It's a tremendous opportunity, and as I mentioned and the Governor mentioned, for a significant number of these jobs, they do require that you be a licensed professional, but the great news is that Fidelity is very, very supportive. If you're hired, within 6 months, we provide all the training for you to get your license, whatever series that would be required for that particular position. And then you're set to go at Fidelity. And there are great career pathing opportunities here because we have a diverse business portfolio. So you could come in and you could work on the customer contact phones and then move your way into management or across business lines, be it retail and institutional. Just a plethora of opportunities here at this site.
Is there an average wage associated with
Well, we don't talk about salaries and benefits, but what I will say is that we are very competitive in both our compensation and our benefits packages. Yes.
Yeah, I just add that we see a lot of announcements. These are very, very good jobs with the opportunity for advancement. It's really exciting for Northern Kentucky, and we don't necessarily have too many days like this, though we're going to have a lot more in the future.
Governor, are there any incentives associated with this?
We did.
Well, no. For this particular hiring announcement for the third quarter and the 600 jobs, no incentives. We've had a tremendous private-public partnership from the very beginning, dating back to 1992 when we made the commitment to build this campus. The first campus, by the way, Fidelity ever built out of the ground. We now have 11 across the country. There have been periods when we look to build additional access road from 17 to the campus, where the state was very helpful and cooperative, as well as the fourth building I referenced earlier, 100 Howe Drive, which opened in 2008. You're welcome. Thank you. Any other questions?
Great.
Very good. I would like at this time, thank you to the media for attending here today. As you all know, this is a Herculean effort to pull off an event like this. It truly is. And I believe the Governor joins me in wanting to thank several people, some of whom are here and some of whom are not, that were instrumental in making this event happen. First, I want to begin with my Fidelity colleagues. Althea Kearney, Ruth Ann Tierden, they're with our real estate group. They ran herd, if you will, on getting everything ready to go here, including the landscaping for 100 Magellan. Matt Fair, who brought the flags here from the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce. Steve Moore and Steve Templeton with our security operation. Thanks to them. And I also want to thank two of our vendors. Marsden, who does the janitorial service. And this building, by the way, has not been open for over a year. So we made the special accommodations for this very special announcement today. Thank you to those fine men and women who came in here and worked very hard to make this place look as nice as it does. And then also to our vendor Brightview, who prepared the grounds for this announcement this morning. Thanks to them. And of course, I want to continue to thank the tremendous partnership that we have with the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the Cabinet for Economic Development, Larry Hayes, who could not be here, but David Hamilton is with the Cabinet. He's here as well. Sebastian Kitchen, who's the Deputy Communications Director for the Governor, Jonathan Smith, Deputy Chief of Staff, Rocky Atkins, of course, Senior Advisor to the Governor. You know, the list goes on and on. I want to thank all of them. Angie Kane for coming here today and being part of this. The power of a private-public partnership makes the difference. It truly does. And we have been very fortunate in our history here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky to have great partners. And we want to thank you all for attending this very special announcement and wish you a very pleasant Wednesday. Thank you.